You're listening to The Other Side of Weight Loss. I'm your host, Karen Martell, transformational nutrition coach and expert in women's weight loss and hormone health. If you are ready to go beyond diet and exercise, then tune in each week to hear from leading experts in psychology, nutrition, and spirituality as we explore the many avenues of what it really takes to lose weight and feel your best. Calorie counting doesn't work ever. Okay? Ever. So let it go. Weight loss is not a game of calories in and calories out like we've been told forever. Our bodies are much more complex than that, which is why you can see a skinny person eat nothing but fast food all day long and never gain weight. Or an obese person eat nothing but 1,000 calories a day and never lose weight. I see people every day in my clinic who are exercising and barely eating and cannot lose weight. Lots of factors go into your body weight. Age is a big one. I'm sure many of you have felt that. We're just not the same as we were when we were 20. And it's so funny because so many women still try to reach for that weight loss goal of, I used to weigh 115 pounds when I was 20 years old. And they're still thinking that that's the number that they should be able to get down to. But age is a big factor. Your gender, just simply being a woman makes it easier for you to gain weight and harder for you to lose weight. Just being a woman. I know it's very unfair. Sex hormones, of course, estrogen, progesterone. Hunger hormones like ghrelin and leptin. Your stress levels, so that's hormones again, cortisol. Big factors in weight and your body composition. And another big one that we have yet to talk about until today is from your environmental toxins, specifically ones called obesogens. They just sound scary, obesogens. More than 80,000, you heard that right. More than 80,000 chemicals are registered right now in North America for use in North America. We have over 6.5 billion pounds of toxins being released each year. 6.5 billion. Many of these chemicals, if not all, are toxic to humans and may interfere with how the body's hormones function. The ones that impact hormones are called hormone or endocrine disruptors and are linked to a variety of diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, autoimmune diseases, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, both 1 and 2, and cancer. Some of these endocrine disruptors are known to be obesogens. Obesogens are foreign chemical compounds that disrupt normal development and balance of lipid metabolism, which in some cases can lead to obesity. Obesogens may very well be contributing or causing your weight loss resistance. Now, if you're not familiar with the term weight loss resistance is your body's inability to lose weight. So you're eating right, you might be exercising, but yet you can't lose weight. Or maybe you lost weight when you first switched over to a healthy eating plan, and within a few months, it came to a screeching halt, and no matter what you do, you cannot lose any more weight. That is also weight loss resistance. And obesogens can contribute, if not be the cause of weight loss resistance. Now, obesogens are believed to work in several ways. They may change how a person's fat cells actually develop, meaning they may increase fat storage capacity or the actual number of fat cells, so it can increase that. Obesogens can make it more difficult to maintain a healthy weight by changing how the body regulates feelings of hunger and fullness, which are directed by two very key hormones called ghrelin and leptin. Now, you may have heard of leptin resistance. It's a major cause of weight gain. Both leptin and ghrelin are very common. Leptin resistance, anyways, is very common in people that are overweight. Leptin is a hormone made by your fat cells that decreases your appetite. Ghrelin is a hormone that increases your appetite and also plays a role in body weight. So when you have leptin resistance, you're not actually getting the signal to the brain that you're full. So you end up being hungry all the time and overeating. This is, like I said, very common in people that are overweight because it goes hand in hand with insulin resistance. Now, if you want to hear more about leptin resistance, great episode number 80, Your Guide to Leptin Resistance. And you can hear all about the effects of leptin resistance on your weight and how to overcome it. Also, chemicals from the air, food, and water. These act as an anti-thyroid pollutant that down-regulate your thyroid function, which in turn slows down your metabolism. So these chemicals that we're breathing in that are obesogens coming from the outside air act as anti-thyroid. That's crazy. Anti-thyroid. We wonder why we're in such an epidemic of hypothyroidism. This has something to do with it. Is these outside air pollutants that are actually down regulating thyroid and your metabolism. These outside pollutants can also affect your insulin receptors. Receptors are what our hormones must use in order to pull in that hormone and send a message to our genes like, hey, can you go burn up some calories? That's the message we want to be hearing, right? So these obesogens are affecting our insulin receptors, which regulates blood glucose in the body. We all know that insulin resistance causes weight gain. So it's messing with our insulin receptors. They can also act as pro-estrogen endocrine disruptors, making a lot more growth signals so that the fat cells we do have are made larger from these chemicals. They actually grow. Our fat cells grow thanks to these obesogens. Okay? These chemicals that we're talking about, these obesogens, they love fat and they store in fat and make those fat cells resistant to dieting and exercise. That's right. So you can be dieting and exercising, but if you've got a high amount of these obesogens, you are going to be experiencing weight loss resistance. The more obesogens that are in those fat cells, the harder it is to break down the fat. If we do lose weight, these chemicals, these obesogens, are released into the bloodstream. And if we don't pull these chemicals out with something, then these chemicals will store in other fat cells and sabotage your efforts. That's not good. We don't want that. This is a cause of the yo-yo diet effect, the loss and regain it scenario that we have all been victim of. So where are all of these crazy amounts of chemicals coming from? Well, we don't really have a lot of control over many of them, but some of them we do, and we're going to go through the ones that we do have control over. But like I said before, it's in the air we breathe. There's a ton in the water, in the food you eat. Car exhausts, any sort of air pollutant is going to have these chemicals in them. Birth control pills, the ingredients in sunscreen. Yes, here you're trying to protect yourself from the sun. Well, those very ingredients are extremely toxic to your body. Things like antibacterial soap. Yes. Once again, you think you're doing things right, but you're not. Antibacterial soap, the perfume you wear, cleaning products you use, your carpet, hidden mold. The list goes on. Remember, 80,000 chemicals are out there being used right now. One of the best things you can do to support your detoxification pathways, especially if you're trying to lose weight, remember, these toxins love fat and are stored in fat cells. Well, your body needs to have the right tools in place to bind to these toxins and pull them out of the body. So, number one, make sure you eat a lot of fiber. Fiber will actually bind to these toxins and pull them out. Plus, it helps bowels to function better, right? We all can use a little help there, usually. I shouldn't say that because some people have the opposite problem and they have diarrhea and loose bowels, but many women actually suffer from constipation more so than loose bowels. So, okay, so it'll help you to excrete the toxins through your poop, basically, right? When you're eating fiber. So fiber is a good one. Fiber will bind to excess estrogen out of the body too and pull it out. So whenever I suggest a woman to do an estrogen detox, I always put high amounts of fiber in her diet. And you can do this through eating lots of vegetables, fibrous vegetables. Things like broccoli, cauliflower are absolutely excellent for detox, especially detoxification of estrogen. But if you can't get in a lot of vegetables, because sometimes that can be challenging, you can take a fiber supplement that will help to, top up the fiber that you're eating in your diet. And I do suggest doing that. Second, you need to have, now this is very key that not a lot of people actually know about, is you need both phase 1 and phase 2 detox pathways up and running. There's actually even a pathway 3, but that's really just excreting through your poop and your pee. But phase 1 and phase 2 are super key. Now, phase 1 and 2 both occur in your liver. The liver also controls the synthesis and removal of cholesterol, plays a key role in regulating blood sugar, produces clotting factors, glycogen, releases bile, destroys old red blood cells, and stores vitamins and minerals. So your liver is extremely key to be up and running properly because it's your detox pathways are mostly coming through your liver. Okay, so in phase 1 of detoxification, those dangerous fat-soluble molecules, the obesogens, are released and the liver transforms them into less harmful intermediates products that will be easier to excrete. I know, very confusing. Put your science hats on, right? Or your science hat, your thinking cap on. We'll just call it the thinking cap. Majority of off-the-shelf liver cleanses only have phase 1 ingredients in them. And you must have phase 2, which is the process of conjugation. Conjugation is the addition of a chemical group to a byproduct of phase 1, making it water soluble. So let's just dummy this right down, okay? Because you're probably just going, what, Karen? Come on, this isn't science class, not biology. Let's make sense of this in a very simple way. Phase 1 releases harmful toxins into the system, right? Toxins that you don't want in your body. So it releases these toxins. Phase 2 turns them from fat soluble to water soluble so that the body can release them via kidneys, intestines, urine, and bile. Because when it's fat soluble, your body can't get rid of it properly. So you need to convert these fat-soluble toxins into a water-soluble one so that you can pee it out. Very, very important. Like I said, most liver cleanses have phase 1 only, which is the release of toxins. Okay? Now, there are many processes of conjugation, including glutathione, methylation, glucuronidation, sulfation, and acetylation. Whoa. Each of the, don't worry, I don't remember all of these off the top of my head either. I totally have to write them down. I think we've all heard of methylation now and having the inability to methylate. That's definitely a word that's being thrown around. The glutathionation, glutathione. I'm sure you've heard of glutathione. People will take liposomal glutathione as a supplement to help with detoxification pathways. You can also get it through things like garlic and onions. It has lots of glutathione in it. The glucuronidation, now that's more about getting rid of those bad estrogens. Sulfation is from sulfur foods. So you can kind of break those down. But basically, let's just say there's a lot of ways that your body can detoxify. Each of these processes involve the addition of a different substance to a phase 1 end product. Each requires specific nutrients, mostly amino acids. So when we think of cleansing our liver, we think of things like milk thistle and acetylcysteine. So there's the acetylation, and acetylcysteine is a great detoxifier. But yes, so and acetylcysteine, dandelion, burdock, all of these things are great. Beetroot, all of these things are great liver detoxifiers, right? But when we're talking about phase 2 nutrients, it's actually about amino acids. And not, you don't hear that often. You don't hear, oh, you need to be taking amino acids when you're doing a liver cleanse, but this is the phase 2. So if phase 2 is impaired, then there will be a buildup of phase 1 intermediates, leading to free radicals, inflammation, tissue damage, and rebound weight gain. So what does that mean? It means when you're going and buying that liver detox off the shelf at your health food store that only has the detoxers in it that are letting go of all of these toxins for phase 1, and they don't have phase 2 nutrients in it, or you're lacking it in your body. Now that's not, you could easily have this in your body, in your system already if you eat right. But most of us are lacking in it, in the nutrients for phase 2. So here you are, you're thinking you're doing the body good. You're taking all of these liver supplements and releasing all of these toxins out of the system and out of the organs. And you're like, woohoo, I'm doing such a good job. But if you don't have phase 2 nutrient levels in your body, then they're going to be reabsorbed into the system, and they'll be lead to free radicals, inflammation, and tissue damage, and rebound weight gain. So you can see the importance of detoxing properly. Now, I always want to say how I can help you guys at the end of these podcasts, right? I think that that's important. I can tell you all this stuff, and then you're going to be like, well, what do I do, Karen? So here's how I can help. Number one, you hear me talk about my On Track program on here. It's an ongoing membership. You can join anytime, cancel anytime. It is specifically for women who have a hormone imbalance issue and are trying to overcome that, as well experiencing weight loss resistance or just simply trying to lose weight. Now, in this membership, we have, it includes 4 detoxes a year where we do different levels. One's a hormone detox. We do a liver gallbladder detox. We do a 10-day detox. So there's for different lengths. Most of them are 21 to 30 days. But we do this 4 times a year in order to assist the body in getting rid of those obesogens and helping you lose weight and basically rev up your metabolism. Because as you can tell from today's episode, it's extremely important to include detoxification in any weight loss program. Okay, so that is one way that I could help. Another option is my 21-day transformational nutrition cleanse. Now, this program the program just by itself has a value of $150, but is free with the purchase of a 21-day detox kit. This is a paleo-based detox kit, which just means there's no grains, there's no non-paleo-ish foods. So it's both keto and paleo friendly. It comes with all necessary supplements for a proper detox. It is a proper science-based program and includes both phase 1 and 2 nutrients. Comes with a 21-day detox meal plan with recipes. So it actually has detoxifying foods incorporated into it for the 21 days. So it'll have things like animal protein, which is a great form of amino acids, right? And we need these amino acids for phase 2 detoxification. It has a step-by-step detox program, detox guidebook. It comes with everything that you need, all online, ebooks, program, and you'll be sent a 21-day detox kit with all of your supplements in handy little packets that you just take twice a day. There's also a protein powder that's included in it that is a liver detox protein powder. It's great. You use it as a meal replacement, makes it really easy. And I have a coupon for all of you listeners. Now, this coupon will always be valid. So you could be listening to this episode 3 years down the road, and if you're like, wow, that sounds like something I want to do, then you can still use this coupon. It will never expire. So if you're listening to this, you can have $20 off your kit if you use the coupon code podcast, all lower letters, podcast, and you'll get $20 off my 21-day transformational nutrition detox kit. Now you can find the link in the show notes, or you can go to karenmartel.com /shop. Now, if you don't want to buy from me, that's fine. Like I said, I have to tell you, I got to tell you how I can help. But if you don't, that's fine. But what I want you to do, and what I highly recommend then, is go and find a product that has both phase 1 and phase 2 ingredients in it. You can look this up online. I'm not going to go through the ingredients that you're looking for because there's a long list. Phase 2 specifically has lots of amino acids in it, so you can look for those. But I want you to go and find a kit then, a liver detox kit that has both of these in it, both phase 1 and phase 2 ingredients. And I want you to make this part of your weight loss plan, because I'm telling you, if you do, you will have so much more success with keeping the weight off. You won't have such the rebound yo-yo effect, like I said. You're going to feel better. It lightens the load. And we are all toxic. It does not matter how healthy you live. We are all toxic because, like I said, 80,000, it's just a mere 80,000 chemicals in our environment. You can't hide from that. Now, there's things you can do to lighten that load on your own, besides liver supplements. But some top ones would be definitely clear out the environment that you're living in. If you go back and listen to my episode about estrogen dominance, which was, I'll have to look to see what the episode number 90 on estrogen dominance, you can hear a long list of how to lighten the burden off of your body from all the xenoestrogens that are in the environment. So that's a really good one to listen to. But in general, you want to avoid plastics. You want to use non-toxic paint on the walls where you can. Air filters are great. Buy green mattresses that don't have fire retardant on them. Eat organic, of course. Get rid of carpet. Use houseplants. Houseplants are a great way to actually naturally filter the air, especially specific ones. There's certain ones that are better than others for that. Use organic cleaning supplies. Do a zero artificial smells in your house detox. So I've done that for, oh my gosh, probably 15 years now. Everyone in my family does that, where nothing has an artificial smell to it. None of our soaps, creams, nothing, none of the cleaning products, laundry soap, no dryer sheets, Nothing has an artificial smell because those are all chemicals that contain obesogens. So clean up your environment as much as you can where you can, okay? Get the liver detox going. Do it 4 times a year. If you're a drinker, you should be doing it more than that. You should be taking something on a daily basis where you're supporting both phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification. I even sell just the powder by itself, and taking that on a daily basis is a very gentle daily liver cleanse that supports both phase 1 and phase 2. It's called Veggie Cleanse. You can see that in the shop, in the women's wellness shop that I have. So just something like that, where it's just a daily cleanse, just gentle cleanse on the system to be supporting it at all times is great. You'll notice too with energy. I have women that just take that powder and it's gotten rid of their PMS symptoms completely. And from countless women have said that. So, just it can be that simple. Okay, that is it for today's show. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Next week, I have one of my new fave doctors, Dr. Michael Platt, who will be telling us all about something called adrenaline dominance and bioidentical progesterone. It's an amazing episode. He was really fascinating to talk to. Has a completely different take on hormone imbalance that I haven't really heard much about. I'd never heard of adrenaline dominance. It's definitely something that I think many of us have right now in this overly stressed out environment that we're living in. So he's got a solution to that, and a solution to many different things like ADD, ADHD, restless leg syndrome, headaches, migraines, PMS, osteoporosis. What else was it? But all of these things, and how bioidentical progesterone can help. Oh, and insulin resistance. That was a great one that you guys need to hear about, how it can help insulin resistance and how adrenaline dominance is connected to insulin resistance. So tune in next week, hear from Dr. Michael Platt. It's an awesome interview, and we will talk to you next week. Have a great day wherever you are in the world, and I will talk to you soon. I hope you enjoyed today's show. New episodes come out every Thursday, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of them. You can also find me at KarenMartell.com, and you can get free recipes and weight loss tips by following me on Instagram and Facebook at Karen Martell Nutrition.